What defines someone to be a narcissist?
I would say of that 6 I gave you, I'd expect to see all 6 really to call someone narcissistic.
Why would somebody be a narcissist? What creates that?
That's a really good question. It's what we call a rubber band theory.
Have you ever met someone who has been classified as a narcissist, then be declassified as a narcissist?
We put 90% of our energy into our dysfunctional relationships and only give 10% to those good, loving people who have our backs. Flip that narrative.
Yes.
A narcissist is, let's talk about it in terms of sort of the key kinds of pillars, if you will. It's a person who lacks empathy, who's really entitled, meaning that they expect special treatment to be given to them, but nobody else. They're very grandiose. They harbor huge fantasies. They only want to affiliate with people they think are as cool or as interesting as they are. They're very superficial. They're very concerned about their appearance, the appearance of people around them. I always think of them as beautiful facades with not a lot behind them. They don't regulate their emotions very well. They're very prone to throwing tantrums, getting angry very quickly, especially if they don't get their way. And they can be really hypersensitive to criticism. They're willing to dole it out, but they absolutely can't take it. So those are some of the key elements we see in a person who's narcissistic.
Why would somebody be a narcissist?
Narcissism is really a byproduct of simultaneously overindulging and underindulging a child, which is sort of like, how do you do both? I'll tell you how you do both. You constantly give them credit for just achievements. You make sure that you have the most fabulous sort of family life. Whatever you can afford, you make it that. You focus on their appearance, you focus on their achievements, you focus on, we're gonna have the best vacation, but at the same time, they underindulge that child's emotional world. They don't listen to their feelings. They aren't present with them. It's almost as though it seems at those moments they don't care. The kid's like, hey mom, let's play a board game. I can't be bothered. But then when that kid's on the soccer field, that mom's out there number one cheering. When it's their kid with a trophy, it's snap, 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 Instagram, Instagram, Instagram. And so this kid feels valued only really for those exterior kinds of qualities, and they don't learn to cultivate their inner world. In essence, they don't have a good mirror.
Once you're a narcissist, that's it.
Yeah, you're kind of in a club, and the difficulty is that it's what we call a rubber band theory. Okay? So if you can stretch a rubber band, and it can become quite long, start at this big, you get it this big. But if I let go, that thing's popping back. So the way, the heartbreak of narcissism is that you can actually train this person to be a little bit more empathic, to not be so jerky and not be so entitled, and actually listen to other people. Here's the but. As soon as there's some stress in the system, the workday doesn't go the way they want. They didn't get the raise they hoped for. Their friend buys a bigger house than them. Their kids are behaving badly. They're just simply getting older. Like life isn't going the way they want. They blow again. The rubber band is right back. And so narcissists don't tend to retain that growth, maybe a tiny bit, but usually not enough for anyone to notice. And I think what's hard is, I always say you can teach a narcissist to show up on time. Like, it's really disrespectful to be late, right? So you can always train them to be on time. What you can't train them to do is listen once they get there. What you see is what you get. Okay? If you don't like this relationship today, get out. And it ain't gonna be pretty. Narcissists do not like to be left. They don't mind leaving, but they do not like to be left. If you're married, the divorce is going to be messy, sloppy, expensive. If you've got kids, custody is going to be nightmarish. I mean, you are walking into a war. It'll be awful. Even if it's a regular kind of a breakup. If you live together, there's going to be lots of drama of who's what and who gets to stay where. So it's gonna be ugly, a breakup. Cultivate your friendships.
Right.
Focus on your healthy people.
And so many people will say, I'm with a narcissist, what can I do to fix him or her? What can I do to change him or her?
Nope.
Don't even try.
No.
You can change all of this, though. You can't change all of yourself.
What these relationships do to people, what makes it hard to mount a good fight, is people who are in relationships with narcissists ultimately always feel like they're not enough. This has nothing to do with you. It's that they can't regulate their self-esteem. They're the ones who are insecure, and that's the bottom line.